Hello, welcome to Sustainabites Company. Sustainabites established in 2020 that produce premium and eco-friendly food or beverage products. We are promote sustainability and quality through responsible business practices. Environmental Management System (EMS) are our focus that align with ISO 14001. In our business, we implement an environmental policy and identify activities that impact the environment. Sustainabites integrates sustainability with quality through its EMS and innovative practices. It sets the standard for eco-friendly food and beverage.
So for the introduction, in today's global landscape, the significance of environmental sustainable is very crucial. So our company is becoming aware into our operational strategies. A practical method to accomplish is creating environmental policy that conforms to ISO 14001 standard. So ISO 14001 standard is an international standard which process for organization to set up and operationalize on environmental management system, which is EMS. There are many considerations that we need to take into account before we develop our environmental policy. So the first one is the commitment from the leadership. The most important is the commitment from leadership, which requires the determination of top management in developing the more effective environmental policy. So the second one is the objective and target should be specific and measurable. And finally, the continuous improvement should be made where the policies and practices towards sustainability efforts are not set in stone, but it has to be renewed or modified from time to time.
Sustainabites is motivated to establish a brand that gives equal weight to sustainability and taste. Sustainabites noticed a growing gap in the market, while consumers were increasingly aware of the environmental impacts of their food choices. Truly sustainable and affordable options were still hard to come by. To ensure operational efficiency while meeting environmental compliance in adopting ISO 14001, Sustainabites needs to integrate the ISO 14001 environmental management system into daily operations and fostering a culture of sustainability throughout the organization. The first one is planning by conducting a comprehensive assessment to identify key environmental aspects and set measurable goals. The next one is organizing by organize a training program for employees to promote awareness of sustainability practice. The next one is directing by establish a system to monitor environmental performance. And lastly is production by working with suppliers to source eco-friendly raw materials and packaging, ensuring they meet Sustainabites environmental standards.
There are three objectives for environmental policy of Sustainabite company. So the first one is to implement an environmental policy based on ISO 14001 standard, and the second one is to identify the company's activities that impact the environment, and the last one is to establish a commitment to continuous improvement in environmental performance.
So our company activities impacting the environmental by waste generation, water pollution, and energy usage. As for waste generation, the food waste generated from our company's manufacture occurs throughout the supply chain, involving agricultural production, processing, retail, and consumer stages. Thus, this disposal of food waste, instead converting it into the valuable resources, can generate carbon emission during decompositions in the landfills. And then, packaging waste. Packaging waste, especially single-use plastics and non-biodegradable packaging material. So this could contaminating streams and marine ecosystems because it requires centuries to decompose and inflicting harm to the wildlife. And this improper disposal of packaging waste might be occurred by our workers and the customers. Moving to industrial waste generated from manufacturing activities, such as leftover raw materials, byproducts, and wastewater, containing harmful chemicals, and this can be released into the environment, which can affecting the biodiversity and also human health. As for water pollution, the untreated wastewater produced via cleaning processes reducing the clean water resources, including diminish the groundwater reserves. Additionally, the improper disposal of this packaging waste into the streams also contributes to chemical leaching from the packaging material itself into the water bodies, in which can affect the marine life and clean water resource. And the last point is energy usage. So our company are dependent on the industrial machinery, refrigeration, and transportation, but these machinery are majority fueled by the non-renewable fossil fuels. So by that, our company are reducing the availability of non-renewable energy for the future generation.
Next, our core values. First of all is sustainability. At the heart of Sustainabite's operations, the company is committed to protecting the planet by adopting eco-friendly practices and promoting sustainability sourcing across its supply chain. Secondly, Sustainabite embraces innovation by continuously seeking creative and efficient solutions to enhance sustainability, improve product quality, and optimize operational practices. Then, transparency is essential for building trust with stakeholders. Sustainabite openly shares its commitment to environmental responsibility, ethical practices, and premium product quality. For the quality, the company ensures that every product meets premium standards in taste, nutrition, and sustainability, delivering the best possible experience to consumers. Lastly, accountability is key to Sustainabite's success. The company upholds high ethical and environmental standards, guided by measurable goals and certification like ISO 14001 to ensure continuous improvement.
The vision statement of Sustainabite is to provide food and beverages that are sustainably made in order to nourish both people and the environment, to lessening our influence on the environment, promoting ethical sourcing, and igniting constructive change in our sector. Lastly is to lead the way in sustainable nutrition and build a healthier future for our communities and the entire planet by being innovative.
Here is the implementation plan to address the environmental impact caused by our Sustainabite company activities. As for waste management, we will use biodegradable packaging material, and from packaging disposal by the customer and our workers, we will be recycling it so that we don't have to produce or use new packaging material. Hence, we can reduce the waste generation from packaging waste, and at the same time we can reduce the plastic pollution. Our company also will do the water conservation, where we will address our wastewater to undergo wastewater treatment to produce clean water for manufacturing operation purpose. And then this water can be recycled and reusable for the Sustainabite's manufacturing operation, including the cleaning process, food processing, and production. Hence, we can reduce the groundwater resources. Next, our company also will be applying sustainable sourcing, in which our company will do the collaboration with the suppliers that apply eco-friendly agriculture practices, water conserving, and environmental management practices also, and biodiversity irrigation. And then the last one, our company also not working on ourselves, which means that we will create engagement with customer and workers through communication and education about the significance of appropriate packaging utilization, food waste management, including the recycling and composting activities. For example, our company will presenting clear disposal guidelines on the packaging of the product, or providing incentives in returns that the customer will apply these environmental management practices.
For Sustainabite's environmental policy, we will actively minimize water and energy usage in our facilities and continually seek innovative ways to improve efficiency. We will also commit to reduce, reuse, and recycle trash from all aspects for our business, including production and packaging waste, and implementing effective waste management practices. We will source sustainably by adopting environmentally friendly alternatives and working with suppliers to reduce packaging waste. We will also prevent pollution by implementing best practices and safe, environmentally friendly cleaning and processing techniques. And last but not least, we will constantly assess our goals, adhere to all environmental rules and laws, and look for methods to enhance our environmental performance.
In conclusion, our company, which is Sustainabite, should be responsible and follow the environmental policy that made based on ISO 14001 standard. We should recognize the activities from our company that will impact the environment, such as packaging waste and industrial waste, so that we can overcome it effectively to save our earth.